I got home at 1.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I was sleeping really good at 1 o'clock actually.
I'm sure you were.
But I'm still groggy. So, Cody,
Are we recording?
Yes, we are.
Are we fucking back? We're back recording on a regular schedule.
we are back, and Cody's also back, but only for this week.
And then never, ever again.
And then
This
never
is my
ever
last
again.
episode. This is the farewell.
Cody has taken all the knowledge he's learned here at You Betcha, and he is parting ways. He's going back to, if you guys remember episodes like 17, I think it was maybe. We did an episode with On Tap with the
On Tap. That's how we met Cody.
Yeah.
Cody slid into Lakin's DMs
I did.
to have Miles on their podcast. And Ryan and I were like 4 episodes in. We're like, oh, we'll take you too. You want to come on ours now? Do a little podcast trade?
Yeah.
And then we were like, hey, let's steal him from his crew.
Yeah. That was the episode, I believe we did the top 3 or top 5 Bev Cart drinks.
Yeah, because they're all about drinking.
Yeah. They're alcoholics,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Yeah. It's calmed down quite a bit since I've been here.
Really?
Big time.
I'm good now. Look, my hands don't even shake. My hands don't even shake. I'm steady.
I can't even see him. He looks like a blur. They're shaking so
But
bad.
you're going back. You have to. You're going
It
back.
never really stopped either. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
kept
was
the
there
train
every
going
weekend.
because it's like your best friends from like high school and college, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you can't leave the boys hanging.
Cody, what was your favorite part about this page?
About this page,
Yeah.
I would say
The breakfast ball experience.
going to film skits and being able to drink beer at like 9 a.m. on a Tuesday.
That is pretty sweet.
We did that occasionally.
pretty-
Yeah, we didn't do
pretty
it.
fun.
We didn't do it all the time, but we did it occasionally for the video. And we were kind of in the same boat as On Tap, whereas like we're just drinking a lot around here. It's like 2 beers for You Betcha Radio, 1 beer for this, another beer for that, and by the end of the day, you're like, geez, 5 beers in.
And all those content days were Monday through Wednesday, and then we just drink Thursday, Friday because that's when you're supposed to.
Yeah. But we've also slowed down a lot. And now you're going back to that
I'm
scenario
speeding
again.
up.
Are
No,
you
I'm just kidding.
are you prepared for the dramatic uptick in drinking you're about to have in your life? Oh, also before we do that, this podcast is brought to you by Brio Smokeless Fire Pits, folks.
It's getting cold out.
It's fucking chilly.
I wore shorts the office today, and I have leather seats, not to brag. 2011 GMC. First edition with leather seats, I think.
That was pretty nice.
My legs were my ass was freezing.
They're not heated.
Well, they are, but it takes 5 minutes for them to heat up.
You got Astro Start.
I do.
Does it turn your heated seat on?
I don't know.
You
But
got.
I didn't even think of
check the
using
set.
Astro Start.
Check the settings.
I'm not in that groove yet of like, hey, it's fall.
True.
I need to use Astro Start before I get in my truck. It's a weird time of year though. It gets 70 degrees at peak peak heat.
It's
throughout the
30
day.
degrees when we wake up.
I know. So
Midwest is fucked.
yeah,
But so it's Cody's farewell episode, and we're all super Midwestern, and I'm assuming we all have Norwegian heritage somewhere down the line.
Scott's Irish for me.
So close enough. We are going to give Cody a Viking send off. We're going to put him in a boat and set it on fire and push it down the On Tap River, and we're going to light that boat on fire with a Brio smokeless fire
Oh
pit.
yeah. And the thing is, Cody, no one's gonna see that your boat's on fire because it's not even gonna smoke.
The only thing they'll see is the orange glow of your farewell trip down the river Styx.
Unbelievable. Where can I get this fantastic contraption?
Well, funny you ask,
Yeah.
Cody. Brio.co will be sponsoring your funeral.
BREEO.co.
Send your friends off in style.
I'm telling you guys, it's hoodie season. It's getting cold out. Get out, get some exercise, start chopping some wood, throw it in the Brio. You guys are going to be good to go for this fall. So yeah, head over to Brio.co. Check out the X series. It's like their top of the line smokeless fire pit, and have yourself a fall. Enjoy a few more days outside.
Yeah, get one of the grill attachments too, so that you can eat a burger as you say goodbye to your resident producer.
Yep. Yes. Brio.co. Go check them out.
You piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now. Breakfast ball. We're back to Cody's farewell episode. And I guess you could say Matt's inaugural episode.
He doesn't have a mic.
Correct.
Hey, Matt. Hey,
How are you, buddy?
How's it going, guys? Thank you for having me.
Matt will be taking Cody's seat in the producer chair. Matt is a budding golfer. You met him last week. Ryan and I interviewed him separately, which I think was a smart move by us. It wasn't anything to do with scheduling issues. It was us just really wanting to get him one-on-one and see what he's all about.
Just really get to know me.
Did you listen to my segment?
No. Did you listen to mine?
No.
Very supportive co-host.
Matt, which one did you enjoy more?
I enjoyed them both for different reasons.
Oh.
To be
Yeah.
political.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think we had a very nice deep talk, and then
Yeah.
Tyler and I just got to like shoot the shit a little bit. It was a good time on both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah,
That
the only time I can
sounds
get
exactly right.
Yeah,
the only time I can get deep is when Tyler and Miles are not in the room.
Yeah.
So, because I'll force someone else into it.
There you go.
Whether it's Lakin on the hot dish or you on the breakfast ball, I'll work it in somehow.
I'm glad we
So-
got that through.
I'm a little nervous with Cody being gone. This podcast is going to turn emotional because Cody is on my side with that.
With what?
When you try to get too deep, Cody and I can pivot away from it pretty quick. Matt's going to be like, yeah, so tell me a little bit more about how you're feeling.
What do you write from Tyler?
this is about Cody. So he chooses the emotional state that we're in today.
Cody,
It's not about me. Last week was about me and how I'm struggling bad.
I know
That's why I got the golf net.
that we can't put up.
Yeah, we'll figure out a way. Okay, Cody. Go ahead, Tyler.
I want to know specifically, like you said that your favorite thing was shoots. Do you have one memory? And I have one around you. That's
already know it.
my favorite of all of this. But what's your favorite breakfast ball memory of your time here?
Shoot, absolute favorite number one breakfast.
I have one that stands out above all others, involving you.
I don't know that I can necessarily put a finger on one. Nothing stands out to me above everything else at this exact moment.
Mine's the old man Iron Man. Easy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that is fair. Yeah.
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 One thing that is going to be nice about you being gone is that I will officially be able to coin Frazee Golf Course as the number 1 9-hole course in all of Minnesota.
It is nicer than Pine City.
It is way nicer.
No,
and
it's
there'll be
not.
no one here to dispute it.
Yes, it is, Cody.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is. I swear.
it's
Turkey
not.
Days,
No,
9-hole
it
golf
can't
course.
be.
Yeah, he's never been.
He'll never be. He'll never be.
I'll make it out there.
Can't
one of these
afford
days,
it.
just so I can prove that Pine City Golf Course is the superior 9-hole golf course.
Maybe that could be one of your new ventures. A 9-hole course review. Like you
Not a bad idea.
You write a magazine style review and you get it published in Good Housekeeping.
I just created a new Instagram page this morning called Lunch Ball. You guys might have heard of it.
Fuck this guy.
Brunch ball or lunch ball?
Lunch Ball.
We already.
I'm
You,
going to be reviewing.
you couldn't have done that because we already did that.
Oh, you did?
We have every side
Every
of the
meal.
food spectrum plus ball taken care of on Instagram.
Well, you must not have had Lunch Ball.
The only thing that's still available is Bloody Mary ball.
I have that one. I just
God
haven't
damn
told you
it.
about it yet.
That's Tyler's fan page for this is Bloody Mary Ball.
Jesus.
Now people are gonna go get all these ads now.
That's fine. We got the one that we need. Cody, one thing I thought was kind of cool was not too far into your tenure here was the getting ready for golf season video.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you kind of came in, and you didn't you had a lot of experience shooting videos, but not that style of video. And I think to hit, the 2 to 3 million view mark in the first
Yeah, that
couple
was
months
cool.
is
I don't
pretty
think
sweet.
people know that's Cody's brainchild.
That's the only video that I've ever scripted, shot, edited, everything all in one.
Yeah, and that was the biggest banger of a video we've ever had.
Well, that's
So-
pretty cool.
We got Matt. Big fucking shoes to fill, my guy.
No, Matt'll have some good ideas too. I firmly believe that. Matt's Matt's in the room. How would you describe Matt's
He's so
idea,
weird.
video style? It's very interesting, but there's definitely an audience for it. And
Yo,
I'm one of those people.
I was actually telling him this. We had a Zoom yesterday while I was stuck in Iowa. We'll get to that in a minute. But I was telling him that I love his videos. I think he doesn't miss, right? But we've got all these pages here at You Betcha now, And I talk to Grandma and Grandpa about them regularly. And both of them love Sarah's page. If you haven't seen Sarah's, it's Supper Club Regular on all platforms. But they love it, right? And I'm like, I like them. It's like, I don't love them, though. They're not for me. I'm not the audience. I love all of Matt's videos, but Grandma and Grandpa look at me. They're like, Sarah's great. Sarah's great. But Matt, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it.
Distance yourself from that boy immediately.
He's just so strange sometimes. And I was like, yeah, you're not supposed to get it. You're not the audience. Just don't worry about it. He's doing fine.
Yeah. I won't even get into the details about your video because if you haven't seen it, you'll just have to go watch it.
At Matasaurus, like the dinosaur that's not real, Rex.
Yeah. So
Right?
go check Matt out. Matt's gonna be in the hot seat behind the plexiglass. He's gonna be producer. Are you gonna be shooting for us too, Matt?
Okay, I'm not sure entirely, but we'll figure it out.
No, I think well, yet to be named. We'll get him on the podcast and grill him at some point too.
Oh
But,
yeah, okay. That's the thing about this company is there's just so many fucking people around here now.
Yeah. Matt's got enough of his own shit. He doesn't have time to shoot for hooligans like us.
But he's gonna sit and listen to us hooligans
Yes.
talk about who knows what.
Probably not golf. One thing we haven't mentioned this
Yet this
entire
episode.
podcast.
Yeah. Cody, any last words that you want to say before we get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast?
I would say I would like to thank all of my devout viewers. And just because I'm leaving doesn't mean you have to stop listening. Okay. So I just want you to know, I want you to stay listening to Breakfast Ball. And just because I'm gone doesn't mean you have to stop.
Also, who knows? Maybe we'll get another on tap episode in the future, and I can make every single one of those fuckers drink a dog brew.
Yeah.
You didn't like that or what?
No.
To be fair, that was Dalton. So if anyone is you're gonna take revenge against, is Dalton.
I'm still coming for all your heads. I guarantee you he didn't just come up with that alone.
Well, yeah, no, it was definitely all just him.
No.
There's some bad blood between Dalton and the Breakfast Ball guys. Number one, he made you drink a dog brew. Number two, he's a t-shirt guy, so I want to just completely crush him. And that's just how my brain operates.
Yeah, I'm
Ryan's
with you.
extremely
I'm with you.
competitive.
Yeah.
See, the problem is when we start getting our tens of orders rolling and you guys won't know what to do.
Well, if you
when
need
we start
if you
taking
need someone to
over.
fulfill it, let me know.
Okay.
Dalton.
We may have a little time to.
Dalton just starts sending regular packages of dog brews to us.
That would actually be really funny.
All right, Cody. Well,
What's the
we've
meat and
enjoyed our
potatoes?
time here. We're gonna end this podcast with a bang with you on it. So,
I appreciate it.
Tyler, let's get into the weekend a little bit.
Wild weekend
I
for the
haven't seen
both.
you in like 6 days.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone for 6 days except for fucking Miles.
Yeah, and that's gotta be tough.
Yeah, we're so sick of each other.
Oh, I believe it. It was
We-
at like the Ryder Cup. I could tell everyone just wanted to get home and not look at the other person.
We finally got to the airport for our last connecting flight, and Miles' girlfriend, and so it was us three the whole week. She's like, I think we all need some time apart from each other. So we all just went our separate ways, like to the airport mall, different stores.
Nice. What do you do in the airport when you're just sitting there hanging out? Are you watching Netflix? Are you eating? I eat when I get bored.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I'm fucking bored right now. And I also I'm kidding.
The podcast.
I'm kidding. I just didn't eat breakfast. It's so early. Go ahead.
So I'll preface this. We were in Iowa. We were shooting some videos for some brands, and we also went to the Iowa Penn State game, which was fucking electric.
Yep.
It was a super cool game. Iowa wins. It was their second biggest game ever played at Kinnick Stadium. So we saw that game. That was sweet.
How do they determine what the biggest game ever played is?
For importance of like the season standings and crowd size and like the significance of the game.
Are they not sold out every game?
I'm sure they get pretty damn close, but like this one was number 3 in the nation versus number 4 in the nation.
Sure.
With huge standings on the line because Iowa doesn't really have that tough of a schedule now.
Yep.
So if they win this game, they should win out the rest of the season and get into the Big Ten championship.
Yeah.
So lots of importance riding on the game, I think, is more how they determine it.
Sure.
So go to the game. Game was fucking awesome. Shoot another video on Sunday. Our flights are supposed to leave from Iowa at 1:00 on Monday. Storms in Iowa. Flight gets
What
delayed.
kind of storm?
Thunderstorms.
Okay.
So we can't leave until 3:30, which is exactly when our connecting flight was supposed to leave from Minneapolis.
Oh, no.
So we're calling ahead, trying to figure out what to do. We call Minneapolis, and there is not a single rental car that is one way to Fargo anywhere in the entire metropolitan area. Of
I don't think there ever is, because I've tried to do that before, and it's just like there's just like never a one-way car.
Right. We got lucky when we were in Columbia. Remember, we got stuck there too.
Yep.
So we took our next option was to take a flight that left at 10:40 or boarded at 10:45, left at 11 from Minneapolis.
Holy smokes!
So we get to Minneapolis at like 4 o'clock or whatever, and we've got a 6-hour layover.
Jesus.
So to answer your question in a long-winded form, what I do is you know me, I'm an old man. I explore.
Oh, God.
I saw every single gate in MSP.
Really?
I walked the entire airport with my bags on my back. I walked to all the gates. I walked to all the levels of the floor. People don't know this. There's a secret hiding area up top for passengers that are there for a long time.
What is there?
There's beds. There's TVs, really quiet. There's like super comfy couches.
Did you lay down?
Yeah.
They allowed that with pandemic?
Yeah. So there's like,
that's surprising.
there's a whole station for your bed to be sanitized.
No shit.
Yep.
What kind of bed was it? Like queen, king?
They're probably, I would say,
Twin?
bigger than twin, like a
California
double,
king.
Full?
a full.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like that size, but they're like, you know, in kindergarten, you had to take nap times and you have the little trifold mats.
Yep.
They were like that material, except like a foot thick.
So kind of like a jail cell.
Like a prison bed. Yeah. They were like prison beds,
I wouldn't know anything about that, but
but fancy looking.
okay.
So I hung out up there, hid for a while.
What kind of TV?
Just a normal TV.
Flat screen
Tyler,
or box TV?
Yeah, flat.
You said you were at the MSP airport for 6 hours. Were you in jail for 6 hours?
Are you sure you weren't at? Are you sure you weren't at Minneapolis State Penitentiary?
I did get pretty rowdy at the game. I don't know.
Okay.
Not arrest worthy.
So you're laying in this bed
Yeah, I'm watching Netflix in the bed
on the TV or on your phone?
on my laptop.
Okay.
I did get a lot of work done up there, though.
How many other people were laying down with you?
One. I don't think people know about this place. There was one other guy in bed with me, and then
So how'd you
just in
find
the
this
same
place?
place.
no. So I literally, like I said, I found the whole airport. I walked the entire airport, and then I found the Delta Sky Club and tried to sneak in there because it looked really comfy. And then they busted me literally immediately. They're
Free
like,
food and drinks in there.
"Can we see your pass or your badge or whatever?" I was like, "I don't have one." But I'm flying Delta though, and it's Sky Priority. Does that matter?
Yeah.
And they're like, no. But right next to it, there was a set of stairs that was kind of tucked back into the corner that looked almost like it was like emergency exit stairs, right? But there's a sign that said quiet seating area that was really small. So I went up there and no one stopped me. And then I kept walking down this weird ramp and I found all these beds and this quiet sitting spot.
Wait, so how many beds were there?
Probably like 8 or 9.
So why was you and the one other guy in the same bed?
I mean, all the other ones were full. No, there was one guy at the way end, so I just picked the far opposite end and then just hung out up there. But I did explore up there first. I found all of the airport authority offices.
Okay.
Like the people that are in charge of the airport. I found their offices. I found a conference center.
Okay.
So who the fuck is having conferences in the airport?
Yeah.
Don't you have to go through security?
Well, probably flight attendants and stuff like that. People are already, maybe like pilots, flight attendants, who knows?
But they're like bougie ass conference rooms. It's got to be for like the board, right?
Maybe.
Probably. Yeah.
That would make sense. Yeah.
It looked like, yeah, it was strange. But yeah, I found I know.
Maybe like Chick-fil-A, like a Chick-fil-A restaurant. They're just having like a quick 10-minute stand-up in the conference room. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Not on Sunday, but from Monday through Saturday.
All the fast food joints in the food court get together once every week just to plan out how they're going to attack the business week.
They just call that the Royal Food Court.
Yeah. How they're going to make the lives of all the passengers miserable.
What restaurant would be the most inconvenient for us to close today?
Yeah. Yeah,
no
exactly.
kidding.
There's 110 restaurants in that airport and 3 of them were open.
Yeah. What was the most trafficked restaurant the day before? Okay, that one, we're going to close that one down today because we don't think that you passengers should be able to experience that.
No kidding. Hot take, but actually I think the fast food restaurants in MSP are better than the fast food restaurants outside because they get so much traffic. They got to like pump out fresh stuff actually.
That is a good theory. And I think you're right.
It is, in my experience, it just is always fresh because they're so busy. Like they're constantly making your actual order right there.
You know what I ended up going with though? Because I did see every restaurant in the entire airport.
What?
I went to a fucking lobster shack.
Was it fresh lobster?
I have no idea.
Right from
Probably
the lake?
not. It was in an airport.
They caught it right outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not dogging on restaurant airport employees. Just like, I don't know. They're just all closed down. Just
Right.
like every other place.
The actual physical food court had 2 restaurants open out of the 7.
Just an interesting thought. If the golf courses started to close down due to staffing issues, I would pick up a part-time job.
Dude,
I would go work at the golf course just to keep that baby open.
Hey, actually, when you work at a golf course, typically they give you free golf
yeah.
as well.
Oh, yeah.
that's
You
fucking
wouldn't even
sweet.
have to pay me. Just like give me free golf.
That is like a form of payment.
I know.
Considering our line of work too.
Yeah.
I totally remember why I wanted to talk about the airport in the first place. There's fucking simulators in there.
I know.
What?
Did I tell
did
you
not
that?
know
I told somebody that where we were. We were on our way. We were on our way to the Ryder Cup in Minneapolis, and I pointed out the simulators. You have to have a tee time. You have to have like a spot reserved. But yes, there's 2 simulators with a restaurant in MSP.
Yeah, I went and checked them out, but like they were about to close. Otherwise, I was just gonna play around by myself.
Yeah.
But it was sweet. They're nice simulators, and they're like overlooking the mall.
Yep.
Great move.
Mhm.
More airports need to do that. I think that is perfect, especially like if you're there for 6 hours.
That's only 2 rounds of golf, basically.
Yeah.
I've never had that long of layover, but I can't even imagine.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the whole Monday night game.
Really?
It was fun. But
Yeah, it was electric.
Ryan, your weekend was filled with euphoria,
A lot of euphoric, a lot of dopamine.
maybe some hallucinogenics. I don't know.
No,
But
none of
the
those.
vibes were right for
You don't even need those when you're at this type of a show.
the atmosphere induces hallucinations.
Yeah.
No substances.
Correct. I was in Colorado, and I feel like there's a stigma around Colorado. Like, oh, what are you going to Colorado for? I bet I can tell you what you're in Colorado for.
Fat fucking clouds.
No, we were in Colorado for
lots of weather systems.
well, yeah, a lot, just like
Oh, yeah, those Rockies.
Get stuck
Yeah,
in the valleys.
those Rockies. I'll tell you what, man. We were in Denver. Me and a couple other guys here, and then a couple of their significant others. We were there for an EDM show. First show I've ever been to. So, Elenium. Some people might have heard of him. He's electric.
Isn't that's Han Solo's ship, right? Millennium Falcon.
Probably. I don't know. I've never seen Star Wars, so
You've never seen any of them?
Oh, yeah, I knew this. I knew
dude.
this.
You
Yeah.
knew that.
It's the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
But
So I was there from Wednesday to Saturday, and I ended up flying Frontier. Never flown Frontier before, but I picked my seat there and I picked my seat back, which was like $20 a piece. So that's $40. My whole round trip cost $170
What?
to go,
Holy.
and it's straight from Fargo to Denver to Fargo. No disruptions, no nothing.
Dang.
Left on a Wednesday afternoon, got back Saturday afternoon, which was elite because then you have half a Saturday and all of Sunday just to like lay around and recoup.
Yeah.
So yeah, what was dope was Wednesday we went downtown Denver, got to experience that. Thursday, went to a casino, went to a sports book, watched the Thursday night Seattle Rams game. That was sweet. Went 6-0 at the sports book, so maybe I have to trade Matt my breakfast ball spot for his goose egg gamble spot. I don't know.
I just take them both.
I'll maybe just take them both. And then Friday we went to the concert, and what's funny was I kept thinking I'm up early. I'm up early before like all those guys, so I'd take the car and go get coffee usually. And I shit you not, right across the road there was a golf course, and
Are you itching?
oh God, was I ever? It's funny because never in the last 2 to 3 years I'd have been like, it's just a golf course, but my head's cranked over. I'm like the guys on the fairway that runs along the road, like they're getting ready to hit, and I'm like kind of slowing down so I can make sure I watch their
See
shot.
the shot.
And then I am going towards the green, so I'm seeing if green regulation or fucking on the road gonna hit me in the windshield, whatever. So I was itching bad, but you know what? At least that itch is still there with all of the troubles that have been going on in my life on the golf course. So it was a fun weekend, and no travel disruptions. 2 hour 45, 2 hour flight each way, super easy. So I do feel for you that you were put in that position.
Yeah, it is what it is. It always happens with Miles.
Yeah. I did go for a hike too.
Yeah.
On Thursday, I went for a hike. It was really sweet, actually.
It looked cool. I'm with you on hikes. I like hikes.
I do too. It's just something to do. It's another challenge.
Well, and it's different. Like, we're not on the flat fucking fields of North Dakota.
Yeah. We
You
were
get to see cool shit.
11,700 feet up.
It's pretty
And,
high. Did your nose bleed?
It didn't bleed. The boogers were getting bloody. So maybe bleeding a little bit.
A little thin.
Thin air. And I was like getting tired going to the top, and I just boiled it down to the altitude.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason
Blame everything on altitude.
right. The only reason I'm getting tired is because of the altitude.
You, and this, I don't mean this as a dig, so don't
Jesus
take
Christ.
this as a dig.
Here we go.
It's usually me on trips. You're the old man of this trip.
I was not the oldest person by age, but I was the oldest person by like lifestyle.
Maturity level too.
Correct.
What was that like for you? Being grandpa.
It was different. I don't like it, but also like everyone loves coffee in the morning. Hey, if Ryan's going to get coffee, like you want to swipe me one up too.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they appreciated it. I was usually the driver, so I was usually driving us from wherever it was from.
Did you have to carry anybody out of concerts or bars or
No.
tuck people in bed or do any of that?
Nope, it was pretty easy.
That's good.
I'm okay.
The kids were on their best behavior.
I will make sure that someone is in a car and like they get home safely. But like once we step into those doors, like you're on your own.
I don't care if you sleep in the entryway. You're
Exactly. You're on your own, and I'm just gonna go straight to bed.
Yeah, I feel that.
The first night though, you will appreciate this one. I did the most electric Irish goodbye you could possibly.
Hell yeah.
It was probably like 1:30 in the morning. And I've learned from these longer trips, these like multiple night trips, that if you burn yourself out on day one, you're screwed for the next couple days. So it's probably like 1:30, 2:30 our time. I was pretty jet lagged, 1 hour being 1 hour behind. And they were getting ready to play a card game, I think. And I fucking hate card games. Unless I'm in the correct mood for it. Yeah. All right. So they're getting ready to play this card game. And I was wearing like jeans and like a bomber jacket. And I'm like, I gotta go put some different clothes on. Well, there's another guy that was in the kitchen and my charger was in the kitchen. So I immediately went to the kitchen, like yanked my charger out of the wall, wound that baby up around my wrist and like just headed upstairs. And the next morning they're like, we knew you weren't coming back down.
It's the best, isn't it?
I showed my cards early in that sense, and I slept like shit, but at least I was just like able to lay down and get a little shut eye.
I think we need to normalize the Irish goodbye.
I know, because you don't need to tell
so much.
You don't need to tell everybody that you're going to bed. You know?
You're just going
that's
night.
half the fun of it is like peer pressuring your buddy into staying out when he doesn't want to.
Yeah, take it as a challenge. You'll never win. I'm going to fucking bed.
Yeah, you'll never win with me either. Like as much, the night of the concert, the guys were like putting some glitter on their face. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? Putting glitter on your face, and they're trying to get me to do the same thing. I'm like, no, I'm not putting glitter on my face. And I shit you not, an hour later, they're like, oh God, this is miserable. Like my face feels like it's just like peeling, like it's tight. I think 2 out of the 3 guys who had it ended up peeling it off before we even got to the concert. So and I'm like, well, being the old man of the group, I hate to say it, but I told you so.
You got like makeup wipes for them. You're like,
Yeah.
Here you go, guys. I knew we'd get here.
I told you.
You got it. So I saw them do that on Instagram, right? And I too had the same reaction as you. I was like, I'm not fucking doing that.
No.
But I also had in my mind came up with an alternative, what you could do. So the next time you go to a Millennium Falcon concert, get a glow stick. Put some glow shit on your face.
I know.
You'll never feel that.
I was kind of bummed that I didn't have a glow stick. Also, Matt, tons of compliments on the jersey that you borrowed me. Like probably 2002 Juwan Howard All-Star jersey.
I thought you were going to say 2002 compliments.
No, 2002 Juwan Howard All-Star jersey number 5. I wore that with a white hoodie underneath, and it was sick.
Glad it worked.
Yeah, it was really sick. So
Yeah, Matt's gonna be a fucking great producer. He's
and I feel like
Doesn't say
so
shit.
at these EDM shows, there a lot of people are concerned with like what they're wearing, like they need to go all out. But 90% of the people there were just like as if they were just going to the bar Friday night.
I
They're
like
just
that.
dressed regularly.
Just want to hear some music.
Yeah. And it being my first show, like I wanted to kind of like, get a little colorful. and
You got to go
sporty
right in
with
the
it.
middle. Your
And that's
first
what I
time.
did. So it ended up working out.
Like if you go to a country concert, don't show up in super tight starched jeans with a belt buckle and a pearl snap
Yeah.
button up and a cowboy hat. Meet in the middle. Wear jeans and boots and a t-shirt
See, I don't own a pair of
And
boots.
glitter on your face.
and glitter on your face. If you're going to a Hank Williams Jr. concert, put glitter on your
Yeah.
face.
I don't own a pair of cowboy boots. I just have my hunting boots.
You wear those.
I have. It's just
Yeah,
that's
Don't
weird.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always tell myself to don't pretend to be someone you're not. So
Right.
like if I got a pair of cowboy boots, I've thrown hay bales a couple times, but I'm no rancher. I don't want to put a dig on the guys who actually like wear them because that's their line of work.
Are you directly adding miles? I am. I will.
Okay, then I'll jump on that train.
He's
I'll
got
jump-
like 15 pairs of cowboy boots.
I know.
And
He's
the
never.
hats.
He maybe rode a horse once.
Yeah, if that. Lakin's rode more horses than he has.
Probably.
And that's
Granted,
saying
he's
something.
he's been a manual labor type of guy.
Yep.
So
Not a farmer though.
not a farmer or a rancher.
Nope.
So I'm just haven't gotten in the cowboy boot scene. Maybe one day I will, and then you guys can refer back to this episode. Call me a poser, but
Yeah.
I have worked on a ranch a couple times. If my buddy who I work with is listening to this, he can attest to that.
Any random listener attest to it. So Ryan's right.
Yeah. But overall, good weekend, Tyler. Didn't play any golf this weekend. I'm okay.
me
I'm
either.
okay with that.
First time in a while.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. We got a golf net though. I made sure the golf net showed up the day after I got back. Still haven't set it up.
Yeah, because you ran out of room in your garage. We'll get to that in a second. Let's take a quick break and then we'll get back on the sticks.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick nap break because it's early.
Midnight. And we're back. We're gonna talk about
Christ.
Ryan's fucking what is it? Hitting net and shooting net.
Yeah, it's a
golf net.
golf net.
Okay, it's for golfing. It's a net for golfing.
Yeah. Okay, we talked about this on last.
Before we
podcast.
do that, make sure before you go to your golf net, you're energized. And one great way to do that is with bulk jerky.
This has been breakfast for me this morning. The teriyaki brisket.
What's your
That's
favorite?
my favorite one.
Teriyaki
I think
is mine
that's the only
too.
one I've had so far because I started with that and like it's just why fix what's not broken.
Right.
It's really good. And I'm also into like protein and getting massive and like lifting weights and shit like that.
You know
So-
the bulk on bulk jerky doesn't stand for bulking up, right?
Yeah, it does because there's a bicep on the front of
It
it.
stands for building up lives with kindness, Ryan. But it does have a shit ton of protein,
Well, I'm
folks.
sort of doing that too.
Yeah, you're very kind.
I can be.
You and this jerky, this is a match made in heaven.
It is still high protein, so it's kind
Yes.
of a double
Yeah.
entendre.
I had to stop because I didn't know if the listeners could hear me eating in the mic, which I think is very awkward.
You finally have an excuse to eat into the mic.
I know.
This is good for you.
Now we're good to go.
Last week, I dogged on dry jerky. This is anything but dry, but I do have a correction to make. They do have dry jerky for all of you crazy folks out there that like the rip and tear technique.
I do like that. There's a time and place for dry jerky.
Not for me. I love, but most of their stuff that's brisket, that's very moist and full of flavor. But like people like Ryan and my father, they want the dry stuff, the classic jerky.
Yep.
The OG, if you will.
Yep.
So they also have that if you guys are interested in that type of stuff. I can't say enough good things about this jerky, Ryan.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
I made Matt try it on the podcast last week live for the first time.
And Matt's a vegan, remember?
And Matt is a vegan. We converted him.
No longer.
yeah, no longer. No
He's
longer
literally
vegan.
only eaten bulk jerky since last week's podcast.
Yeah, so
His
if you
body is built by bulk right now.
body by bulk.
Love that. That's
Wow.
a new slogan. You're welcome, bulk.
So if you are vegan and you don't want to become a meat eater, stay away from bulk jerky. But if you want to convert
Right.
yourself into where things are at,
One thing bulk also probably stands for is like bulk sizing, maybe.
Yeah.
They do have the fattest package of meat of all time you can get for jerky.
correct?
It's literally like How big is that? Is it like 5 pounds of jerky or something?
5 pound bag, I think.
5 pounds of jerky, and you just put it in your fridge because it's so moist and it just stays forever.
It's moist and delicious and scrumptious.
When I was gone for 5 days in Iowa, my family they didn't have their hunter-gatherer here to provide for them. So I just left a 5 pound bag of bulk jerky, and that's what kept my family alive while
It's
I was
kind of
gone.
like leaving a cat when you go on vacation. You leave your cat with like 5 pounds of cat food, and they just munch on it as they please.
That's exactly what it was. I showed up yesterday, and Rebecca was like a wild animal in the corner, just tearing apart a piece of jerky. She's like, "Welcome home."
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but it's like you said, nutritious.
It's solid. Yep.
delicious.
Better
Love
than
it.
better than that other jerky that you pay $10 for 6
Holy
pieces of.
shit. Yeah. It's good stuff. And it's even cheaper too, because you can use promo code YouBetcha for 10% off if you go to Bulk Beef Jerky. Bulk is BULK, beef, BEEF, jerky.com. Use promo code
How do you spell
YouBetcha.
jerky?
JERKEY.
EY at the end. Okay.
No, just KY. Just KY. Just KY. .com.
KY.
.com is a period, not the word dot, and then com as in COM.
As in communications.
And then use promo code YouBetcha. It's all one word, and I'll spell YouBetcha for you as well, because we're all learning here. YOUBETCHA
for 10% off.
for 10% off.
Bulkbeefjerky.com. Go check them out, guys.
Shooting net, golf net, fishing net, whatever your net is. We got it. You got it. You were gonna hit golf balls in the garage.
Yeah.
Tragedy strikes. Fill me in.
To begin things, I have one credit card. Very responsible with
Congratulations.
spending and all that kind of stuff. I get cash back, so it goes into my Amazon account. And I looked into my Amazon account. I'm like, wow, look at that balance, $100 some. I get like 1 or 2% back at gas stations. So like, Holidays just kicking me back money to buy golf nets. So I'm like, fuck yeah, let's check out golf nets. I literally put in Amazon like just golf garage net, and I shit you not, I probably searched for an hour, and it got dangerous. I'm a visionary, okay? I like to think bigger picture, and me looking at these golf nets got very dangerous because there was like some like lower end simulator style golf nets that was like more so of a cage, and they were 10 feet high, which is how high the ceilings are in my garage. So I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a couple of thoughts that went through my mind of how can I fit this golf cage into my garage.
And there's already not a lot of space left in your garage because you have a home gym that's an entire stall of it.
It's an entire stall home gym with bulk jerky in the cupboard. Not to brag.
Ryan dry scoops protein with bulk jerky as the chaser.
Oh, also, just side note, I had someone send me a message on my Instagram page. They had found me in my past life while I was
On your old videos.
I was the garage gym guy. We did a home gym tour of my garage gym with one of the biggest garage gym pages on social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. There's like 2 million views on that video. It's me and my garage.
shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I thought I showed you that one time, Cody. Anyway, someone reached out and had sent me a screenshot of that because they were watching it. They're like, is that fucking Ryan from YouBetcha?
Yeah, imagine
Is
that.
that Ryan the t-shirt guy? Like, what?
Only knowing you from YouBetcha,
Yeah.
and like YBR or Breakfast Ball, and
Yeah.
then seeing that, we're like, what?
Yeah, completely different lifestyles. That guy knows what I'm talking about when I say I have no space left in my garage. So I ended up settling. I was looking at reviews and watching videos and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I just need a net to hit in. So I bought the net with a pad. We're going to set that baby up after this.
Why? Why do we have to set it up here? Keep going.
Because I don't have any room in my garage.
I think, Ryan, that this is a blessing in disguise. I did listen to this portion of the podcast from you and Matt. If you took your wife's parking spot for your golf net, I think you'd be in trouble.
Well, here's the thing. I did ask her beforehand. I'm like, hey, if I buy this golf net, like that'd be good for us, right? Like you'll probably use that a lot. So I kind of like coerced her into her own answer of yes, I will use it. I didn't want to do that to her though. And we don't have like newer cars or anything that like need to be in the garage. Like my truck just sits outside all winter. It is what it is. So the last couple nights, I have been trying to figure out where I'm going to put this thing. I'm going to have to take the other punching bag, Tyler. I have to put the punching bag somewhere else because I
put it in your bedroom.
I could put it in my bedroom, like right on my side of the bed. I get up and I throw a couple roundhouse kicks,
Yeah.
a 3-piece and a soda, if you will. And then I go hit some balls. So I might have to take that down. But I've just been trying to finagle this thing and where it's going to go. And I'm like, well, I could bring it to the office, but then I have to set it up and then break it back down to bring it to my garage. And I think I just landed that I'm just going to probably leave it here.
I think you should too.
Because I know that someone else, Miles is going to be using it. You're going to be using it. Everybody is probably going to be using it. We're going to have fucking 18 golf bags upstairs just right next to the net hitting balls.
Oh, that's a great spot for it. I thought we were going to put it in the former simulator spot.
Well, that's merch spot now.
Yeah.
So
it's been taken over.
I'm thinking right out in the loft over here. You know what we could also do? We could maybe buy or reach out to like TrackMan or somewhere like that, and we could cast it up on this TV that never gets used.
Oh yeah, that's a really.
You just
good
have to
idea.
hit into a net, and then the TrackMan or whatever. I think Garmin also makes one.
Yeah. Bryson uses one.
Yeah, so it just tracks your ball like a normal simulator would, and you can cast the courses and your play right up to the TV. You just need a net to hit in. So we have the net. We just have to get the tracker.
I'm all in on that. I think that's a great idea.
Because that's the only way we can finagle a simulator in here.
And we're not using the space up here that much except for
No.
the podcast studios.
Yeah, exactly. Let alone that loft.
We took our conference room and turned it into a kitchen.
Yep. So we're running out of space quick, but I think that's one space because the flooring is like very nice. There'll never be like work being done up there.
Yeah. Well, we are looking at an internship program.
Oh God, we are.
Yeah.
For who?
For interns.
What department though?
Media.
Jesus. You guys are fine.
Or using it as a recruiting technique.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
So then
That's fair.
it's like cheap labor, and then if they're good, we already got them. You know?
Yeah,
For
and
sure.
instead of giving them like if we do bring them on full time, instead of giving them like a signing bonus after 60 days, we'll be like, you can use the golf net after 60 days.
Yeah.
But in those
Until
60
then,
days,
don't
if
fucking touch
if you
it.
touch that thing, I swear, God,
I'm gonna get
touch that thing
I'm gonna get one of the old school frat paddles and never use it, but just threaten
Never
people with
use
it.
right behind you.
Yeah, you got one right there.
Fucking perfect.
Yeah, the oar.
I don't want to risk breaking the oar. I'm a pretty heavy hitter.
Sure. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna get that set up after this. I just think that I just need to hit balls. I just need to hit balls. And I think not seeing flight path, but instead focusing on like how it feels off the club, good compression, if you will, is gonna be important in the next couple months. So
Are you worried like that you are going to have one of your Ryan Shanks that have become a thing recently and it misses the net completely and absolutely murder somebody in the office?
well, it won't murder anyone because all the doors will be shut, but I have thought about that, yes. And I think with how close the net is, I think it'll hit the corner of it. And I have drywall patch. I can patch the drywall up, no problem.
What if it hits a TV?
There's not going to be, I'll make sure that we are not hitting towards anything that can break
Okay.
besides drywall. So that's going to be the move from here on out.
We could just get a pitching net, put it up onto the right side.
Yeah, we can basically just make a corner out of it.
Yeah.
Like you hit straight and then shank to the right.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be fine.
But if I go into it thinking like, oh God, I really got to take into consideration that shank that I've been hitting, then I'm going to shank the ball. So I just need to put a net in front, say, fuck it, and just start hitting balls straight ahead right into the net.
So one thing that it is great, but it's going to get old after a while, you know? So like if just constantly hitting balls, not seeing where they're actually going. So we need to come up with a game.
That's why I need to get the TrackMan.
Yeah, before we get that, we need to come up with a game.
I already got it.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
No, I was just wondering. I want people
Yeah.
to like send in a game. If they know a game you can play on a golf net, in a garage or wherever, what is the game?
Lob wedge over top the golf net.
Is it like super short chips where you got to like flop it into a 5-gallon bucket?
Yeah, or maybe I don't know if there's like a pocket in the net or if it's just if it's a
Oh, like a hockey net?
if it's a flat net or if there's a pocket in there where it holds the balls once they hit there.
Like kids that are training for hockey and they got like the corner pockets and stuff and like the center pocket.
Yeah, we'll also have to be careful of lights too.
Yeah.
But we'll get Miles on board. He'll start hitting balls and then We'll let him break the first light.
Good
and then
call.
We'll be fine from
Good
there.
call. You and I will take half swings until he breaks a light.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well,
Smart.
when we installed that basketball hoop, we had to put that cage around the exit sign and the fire alarm. And we might as well just start putting cages around everything around here.
Yeah. That would solve the
Lights,
problem easy.
doors,
Dude,
windows.
We're slowly becoming a sports complex.
I know.
We got
Basketball hoop.
We have a mounted basketball hoop, and we'll have a golf net.
Yeah, and then we
/
put
simulator.
the perfect practice putt, the putting mat up top.
Yeah.
I also have a chipping, like it's like a cornhole board with little pockets in it, and I have a chipping mat, so we can chip into that. It'll be like a full-fledged like practice
Training facility.
up
Yeah.
here.
Who can we name the upstairs golf complex after?
That's a
Burned.
good
The
question.
Burned Weiss. Actually, we messed up Burn's name. We talked about this on the podcast, right? No, we didn't.
Burn Wiesberger.
It's Wiesberger.
Oh,
That's
I
how
didn't
you.
know
That's
that.
how you say it.
Wiesberger.
What
Austria.
Austrian? That's how you say it in Austrian.
Oh, okay. So it's like a.
That's why he's not answering our DMs. We've been saying his name wrong this whole time.
Yeah. Are we still Burn fans, or have we moved
I
on from
am.
that?
We got
'Cause
him
he
to
hasn't
smile.
looked. Yeah, I know, but he hasn't looked at any of our messages.
That's okay. I've got a little bit of a stalker vibe going on with Burn. He smiled at us, so now I'm still a fan. I'm right back on the
Now
hook.
I know where he lives.
I know he's in Austria somewhere.
Yeah. The fact that he made the Ryder Cup team is beyond me.
Hey, I mean, he's our guy, dude.
I know.
He's
I'm pumped.
pretty good,
I'm pumped he did, but
He's pretty good.
He is good.
Yeah.
I mean, what is he? I think he's like 100th in the world or something.
I think
Yeah.
he's just a low key underdog. I feel like just the guys at the top are light years ahead of everyone else. I feel like so it just makes everyone else seem bad. But when you compare him to like an average golfer,
Well, yeah,
like,
he's on the
holy
tour.
Shit,
oh, he's
Yeah.
in the Ryder Cup.
right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He will. Yeah. I mean, even the guys who are like, even a scratch golfer is gonna crush us,
Yeah,
and
and Byrne would crush them.
he'd crush them.
Yeah.
Like not even close.
So yeah, we got the Byrne Weisberger, not memorial, but
Yeah, not memorial.
After Tyler figures out where he lives, I guess.
I'm not gonna kill him. I'm just gonna wear his skin.
Okay. I think that's the next step in getting Byrne on the podcast.
Naming the simulator after him.
Yep.
I like that.
Yep.
Speaking of professional golf, we're going to pivot on segments and absolutely throw a curveball at you. I don't know if you talked about it with Matt because, as I said before, I didn't listen to your guys' segment,
Wow, thanks.
but we finally got it. It's because of us. We did this, guys. At the Old Man Ironman, we pitched the next match, and it's fucking happening. Bryson versus
Yeah.
Brooksy, the next match. Do we know who their partners are yet?
I think it's 1v1.
I don't know, but one thing I will say, it makes it less interesting that the beef is squashed.
It is.
I don't know if it is squash though,
I think they squashed it for cameras.
because I'm pretty sure at the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight, someone went up to Brooks and asked him if you could fight one other golfer in the ring, who would it be? And he said, "I think you know the answer to that."
Yeah, but is that just to get the bag?
I think they might be playing into it now.
Yeah.
But I do think that the beef is still alive, but it's buried within them now. It's like you're on a football team in high school and you got
Right.
that one guy on scout defense that you hate,
Yeah.
but then you get together and you still like are friends,
Right.
but
You're part
Yeah.
of the same group.
you still want to put your fucking forehead in their face mask in practice.
Yeah.
And it's funny because all the other golfers, when they hugged it out in front of the trophy, like all the other golfers are like cheering them on.
Yeah.
So you can about imagine what they're thinking about that beef, because they're they're talking about it.
Yeah.
They're definitely talking
Well,
about
Steve Stricker even said that in an interview. He's like, I knew this team really wanted to win when Bryson and Brooks told me that they would be on a team together if I needed them to.
it. Yep, 100%.
So I'm still excited to see the match. Actually, it might be better now that they don't actually hate each other. The chirping will feel less aggressive.
Like
Yeah.
it'll still be aggressive, but not in a sense where like they actually want to kill each other.
Like they might actually start fighting at any time.
Correct.
It'll be more like passive aggressive, like lots of like snide comments back and forth to each other.
But this is going to be like whoever wins the other one, that's tough for the other one.
Yeah. So are they going just straight up 1v1, or are they going to have like celebrity partners?
I think they're going 1v1 because that's what the promo photo had shown.
I thought it was celebrity partners. Isn't that the whole point?
Well, they would have No, the whole point is to get those two against each other on the course.
Oh, really?
Because they've never done the match that's just actual golfers, have they?
Well, I feel like they would have released, if they're going to release that this match is happening, they would have released the celebrities.
Well, maybe they're trying to find them because right now they're in the middle of the NFL season and it's usually an NFL player.
What if it was you and I?
That's perfect because you're Bryson and I'm Brooksy.
That would be sick.
Let's reach out to NBC Golf. We already have connections.
Well, not really, but
Well, DM that one guy back.
I know he left us on red. That's just a story of our lives. Bird left us on red,
but
this guy left us on red.
We did give him a video with 2 million views. So
Correct.
Probably 4 million collectively.
Correct.
So
If anything, they owe you a
they
spot.
owe us.
They owe us a spot.
We'll get him at least 4 million more views at this match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we potentially need to go to this match, wherever it's at. Cody, could you please tell us where this match is at?
It will be at
Whistling Straits.
Furthermore Wynn Golf Club in Las Vegas. Wynn Golf Club in Las Vegas.
And when is it?
November 26th.
God, I'm going to be in Vegas early November. So that kind of sucks.
That would actually be so fun to go to.
I
We
don't
should
think
maybe go to that.
they didn't let fans go to the last one.
But that was a private
that was
course.
Well, that was also like during like right in the heat of COVID and whatever. So we should definitely see if we can get to this one.
That would be
12
sweet.
holes.
Yeah, it's a 12-hole
And
match
just
too.
2 golfers.
Really?
Yeah. So 12 holes and just 2
They
golfers.
really just stole all of our shticks.
Yeah.
We came up with this matchup.
Wow, we didn't really come up with a 12-hole thing because there is a 12-hole course that we've had confirmed by one of our listeners.
Yeah, but that became a thing because of us.
So you
I'm
think
taking credit for that.
they put the golf course up? After
We're
we had
definitely
set that up?
we're on their radar. They're listening to everything we say.
I would
The
hope so.
only other match that has only had 2 golfers instead of 4 was the very first one where it was Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods.
Oh yeah,
That was the only other one.
I remember that one. And obviously Brady and Rogers, they're in season.
Yep.
So think if those two just took an off day and just played in a golf match for a couple $1 million.
And then they both absolutely decimate the team they play next week. So everyone's like, "Oh shit, I got to be golfing before my games."
Or if they were playing again, if like the Bucks happen to be playing the Packers,
that would be sweet.
that would be cool.
I think they might actually let that fly then because it would build hype for the game.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, that and it's like it's an even playing field then because both of your star quarterbacks are playing in this match.
Can you imagine if one of them got hurt in the match?
Just like threw a shoulder out or something.
Yeah.
or, like, broke your wrist hitting out of a fucking fescue or
Yeah,
something
they're
like that.
super thick fescue and they swing and they don't see the stump that their club's about to hit and they
There's
break
no
both
way.
their wrists.
There's
Yeah.
no way they would let that fly. I
No.
don't think they would let them
There's
do it.
1,000% chance they wouldn't let that fly. Hypothetically speaking, though, if they did,
Be pretty wild.
yeah. So yeah,
How does that work when you're under contract, like with the NFL? Can they tell you, like, hey, no, you're not doing that?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure the NFL can like tell you to not be doing that stuff, but they can't like enforce it. Like I think it's up to the individual team because people get hurt. Like who was the guy that blew his fingers off on the 4th of July?
Jason Pierre-Paul.
Like that was out of season, but I think you're not supposed to be doing stuff that could potentially get you hurt.
I think the owners have a lot to say in it too, because I know Patrick Mahomes, like famously, his owners told him not to play pickup basketball anymore because he really likes to play basketball. So I think it's just more of like the team kind of very much encourages you to do
That's
it the
kind
other
of
way.
fucked. That's shitty.
It's a little sad.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when I was playing baseball in college, we couldn't play intramurals.
Really?
No, I never played an intramural game in my life.
Why?
Freshman year, because we couldn't.
Now that you say that, we had a morning lift in college, and one of the guys, like the best guy on our team, he's in the NFL now, hurt himself. We were playing basketball before our morning lift.
Yeah, we had one of like our golden boy freshman baseball players. He tore his ACL playing Lightning,
Jeez.
and he was already 13 games in that he had played and couldn't.
So he
medical
couldn't.
redshirt.
Oh man, that sucks.
So I get it, but in the grand scheme of things, we got to see if we can go to this because
Yes.
Vegas, Brooks and Bryson,
Thanksgiving
golf courses,
weekend.
Thanksgiving weekend.
Brooks is absolutely going to mutilate him. Bryson's swing is going to be so fucked up from the long drive competition.
I doubt it.
I'll call the win after
He's a
we're done
professional.
recording.
He's fucked.
He's a professional. He can literally work himself out of that in 5 seconds.
Brooksy will be in his head in 30 seconds.
I think you're wrong.
He's got the mental warfare to just absolutely decimate Bryson internally.
Cody, can you look up the betting lines for this match?
Yes.
Who is who? what is what. We got to go. So I think that's the last thing that we can say about this.
Yeah, we'll be there.
But I do wish they would have done it before. Well, no. Like you said, though, the beef got to a point where it's like, would it be uncomfortable watching these guys play each other? I don't like feeling uncomfortable when I'm watching something.
They got DeChambeau at -25.
So he's the
Koepka at +20.
that means
Minus
Bryson's
25?
the favorite,
125. I'm sorry.
Okay.
-125.
Minus-
That means he's the favorite, correct?
Yep.
Okay. I'm still learning this betting stuff, even though we used to do a whole betting segment.
Minus his favorite, plus his underdog.
Okay.
Oh, that is Thanksgiving weekend. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't miss another holiday.
What do you mean?
I missed Labor Day with my family.
Oh my god.
Have they recovered?
Well, you also
No, dude. They're still at home
You also missed-
scavenging jerky.
you missed Indigenous Peoples Day yesterday. So that's 2 for 2 holidays for Tyler missing.
I'm an absentee father.
Yeah. That's a tough luck for you.
My kid literally, he got his driver's license while I was gone.
I know he's only like 1.5 years old.
Yeah.
He had to. His dad's gone.
I
Dad
taught
left
him how to learn a bike or how to. Oh my god! I taught him how to ride a bike while you were.
You
gone.
taught him how to
just
learn
take
a
that
bike.
away from
Cody
you.
stepped in, taught him what a dad needs to.
I'm taking him
teach
fishing
their
this
kid.
weekend.
I'm going to be home, though.
That's the worst part.
Alias.
Okay. What else about this match?
I think we've covered it. We just need to see if we can get tickets to it.
Should we wrap this baby up?
Yeah. Wrap us up, Tyler.
All right, Cody. Goodbye. We will miss you. Thank you for everything you've done with us, my guy.
Goodbye, and thank you.
You want to do the sign off on your last time ever?
Yeah, sure. This is not goodbye. This is just goodbye for now.
Wow. We might snag
Are
it
you
back.
coming back? You got to reapply. I'll re-interview you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. If I can't scavenge enough couple bucks, maybe I will be reapplying here.
I'm going to make Matt re-interview you.
Cody,
Is that it?
stop.
That's your
it.
send-off?
My send off.
Would you fucking plug the merch, please? OUBetcha.com. All the polos, hats
right.
you need.
All right, go to OUBetcha.com. You can look at all of the polos. You can buy one. You can look at all the hats. You can buy one. You can
You can do
also
both of those, yes.
look at all the hunt gear. We're coming into hunting season.
Golf towels, too.
Good merch. Golf towel right behind Ryan there
Yep.
on screen. And yeah, OUBetcha.com.
Hell, that's a breakfast ball.